What do you think that is about? You know, because there's a lot of people that have said that Turkey is spending so much money, that he's spoiling these guys and they're afraid to lose, and that they're fighting safe.
I doesn't rest any day, even in the weekend. I work around 16 hours, and
So it's like, other than him, it's like Tyson Fury's the next big dog. If, you know, and maybe the big.
Joe Rogan and Turki Alalshikh discussed Tyson Fury versus Fabio Wardley, and suddenly this stops feeling like fantasy matchmaking. When Turki talks vision and urgency, it screams one thing: big fights now. Tyson Fury's clock is ticking, and Fabio Wardley is right there, dangerous, hungry, and impossible to ignore.
we are coming with new strategy and new idea, new vision, with sporting of the vision of 2030 in our country, to do and deliver to the market the best fight with good price, and make the fight that people want to see it. We don't want to waste time. Tyson Fury is 35 now.
Ade Oladipo is pointing out how massive this moment could be for Fabio Wardley. That call changes everything. This is not just about money or spotlight. This is about a man stepping into the biggest night of his life. Tyson Fury brings history, but Wardley brings danger, belief, and the kind of hunger that can flip careers overnight.
Fury fight. I would love to see the Fabio Wardley fight. I think that's a great fight. I think that's a big fight as well. Fabio Wardley would love to get that call. Tyson Fury, I mean, that's jackpot financially. He would love that call. For Fury, it's a chance of becoming a world champion again, which obviously isn't Fury's drive, but I mean, it's a chance to become world champion.
Liam Guff is breaking down the sharp details that separate elite heavyweights from the rest. He is saying Tyson Fury does not rely on moments, he relies on reading fights. Even at less than his peak, Fury still controls space and rhythm. But Fabio Wardley is not a safe opponent for anyone. That raw power and confidence means even a smart Fury cannot afford slow starts or loose rounds.
He's very good at, like, you look at the first Usyk fight. The first couple of rounds that Usyk was clearly winning out, landing Tyson Fury. You'd so many people saying, oh, Fury won like round one, where he didn't land anything. And he got hit a couple of times because of the showboat. And he didn't do as much of that in the rematch, interestingly enough, for Alexander Usyk. But he is very smart in there, Tyson Fury. And I keep saying, we need to really see what he looks like in his comeback fight before we can make any assessment or any judgments. If he's, say, 10% less of what he was in both Usyk fights, I still think that's enough to beat Fabio Wardley. I do. I'm not saying he wouldn't have his, hardships in that fight, certainly would.
Fraser Clark is speaking from experience, not theory. He knows what Fabio Wardley brings when things get physical. Power is obvious, but grit is the real weapon. Wardley does not panic when it gets messy. That matters against someone like Tyson Fury, who loves dragging fighters into deep waters. Wardley has already shown he can survive storms and still fire back with bad intentions.
Obviously, you've been in with Fabio Wardley on a couple of occasions. What are his biggest qualities?
Well, you don't need me to tell you nothing more than he can punch very hard. You only have to ask my face. Yeah, he can really bang, and he's gritty. He's tough and he's gritty. That's definitely his strengths.
John Fury is speaking like a father who knows the cost of this sport. He sees the miles, the wear, and the mental toll. At the same time, he admits Tyson Fury is restless. That restlessness is dangerous. Fabio Wardley is young, fresh, and fearless. When an experienced champion meets a hungry contender, emotions matter just as much as skill.
Really, I didn't want Tyson to box after Dillian White or Chisora. And I thought after the Ngannou fight, that was it. But he's tried to stay retired. He's not an happy man. And, he says he's got more to give. Let's see.
Derek Chisora is exaggerating, but the respect is real. He is saying Fabio Wardley is not a basic heavyweight. There is timing, movement, and confidence mixed with aggression. Wardley forces opponents to fight his fight. That is why this matchup excites fans. Tyson Fury would face someone who does not freeze under pressure and does not wait for permission to attack.
Everybody gets it wrong. You don't box this guy. It's like, I cannot explain it to you in a way you understand. You can't box him.
He's just too good.
He's just unbelievable great. Yeah, forget good, he's amazing. Yeah, he's great, he's amazing. He's like the white Muhammad Ali. He might not talk like Muhammad Ali, but he is the Muhammad Ali of the last generation. You understand? We have to give him the credit where he's due. Yeah, he is that guy.
Tyson Fury is making it clear the fire is still there. Age is mentioned, but passion is louder. Fighting is his identity. That honesty is why fans stay locked in. At the same time, Fabio Wardley represents the next wave. Youth versus obsession is always compelling. One man fights because he must, the other fights because this is his moment to arrive.
Though I always want a good deal, for sure. It's mainly about the love of the fight game and the sport. I'm 37 and 38 this year. I'm older than a motherfucker, but I love to fight. I have zero other interests, only fight.
John Fury is acknowledging a changing heavyweight picture. Fabio Wardley is no longer ignored. He is mentioned among the top names. That matters. Earning a shot means surviving pressure fights and rising moments. Wardley has done that. Facing someone like Tyson Fury becomes less about fear and more about timing. When young heavyweights get belief, the division shifts fast.
These other boys, Fabio Wardley, Ajit Kabiel, they've earned the right to fight Usyk next. They really have. You know, and there's only 3 heavyweights out there. There's 4. Usyk, Tyson, Wardley, Ajit Kabiel, who's on this weekend. It's between those 4 heavyweights. But I think either Ajit Kabiel or Wardley deserves a shot at Usyk next. You know, and I'm just saying it because I think that's the way it is. You know, and we've got plenty of time. You know, but I just think, you know, if he meets these young guns.
Frank Warren is making it clear this situation is far more serious than online talk. Training is happening, interest is real, and the only thing standing in the way is structure. That tells you the door is open. For Fabio Wardley, this waiting period is not fear, it is focus. He knows moments like this do not come twice. For Tyson Fury, control matters. When business conversations reach this stage, history shows fights usually follow. This feels like groundwork being laid rather than excuses being made.
And he said that he wants to fight, but this fight will only happen when the terms are agreed for him to fight. And as far as I understand at this moment, that's not been done. So the terms have got to be sorted out, and then I'm quite sure if that is the case, he will do it.
Fabio Wardley speaks with clarity and confidence, not excitement or nerves. He understands exactly what a Tyson Fury fight represents: legacy, pressure, and opportunity all wrapped into one night. Talking about big names shows ambition, but welcoming the call shows belief. Wardley does not sound like a challenger begging for attention. He sounds like someone who sees himself at elite level already. That mindset is critical when stepping toward a fighter who thrives on mental battles before the first bell.
Fight against Fury?
Yeah, more than welcome it. More than welcome it. It'd be a fight that I'm hugely up for. But myself, I like to target some of the big names in the division, the big boys, the top players, and look, he's one of those guys. So yeah, look, give me a call.
John Fury is describing the inner engine of a true fighter, belief that survives pain, pressure, and setbacks. That description fits Tyson Fury, but it also mirrors what Fabio Wardley has shown so far. Wardley does not fold when things turn uncomfortable. He pushes back harder. Heavyweight history shows fights often turn on moments of doubt. When neither man doubts himself, it becomes a test of who breaks rhythm first and who controls the chaos longer.
Courage, heart, and determination. You know, and his will to win. He's got world-class balls. You know, and he's got a world-class heart. You know, he's a fighting man, and he believes in himself, and he knows that all the time he's in the fight, he can win.
Simon Jordan is cutting through personality and focusing on achievement. Tyson Fury has proven he can return from dark places and still win at the highest level. That experience cannot be ignored. However, this is exactly why a Fabio Wardley fight matters. Wardley is not facing a myth, he is facing a man who has survived real adversity. Beating someone with that history instantly elevates a career. This is the type of risk that separates contenders from future champions.
Then Tyson Fury's mouth drags it back into the gutter at times, but I also think that some of his achievements have been quite remarkable. And he's come back and won fights and achieved things at times that I didn't think he could. Anthony Joshua, on the whole, has been a force for.
Tony Bellew is focusing on evolution, not hype. Fabio Wardley is changing with intention, adjusting weight, sharpening technique, and building himself for bigger tests. That is how serious fighters operate. Raw power gets attention, but refinement wins big fights. Against Tyson Fury, preparation is everything. Wardley showing adaptability suggests he understands the level required. This is no longer a prospect learning on the job. This is a heavyweight shaping himself for a defining moment.
There's no one who's going to beat him. I just think technically, physically now, he's at the weight and he's adapted and he's adjusted. I mean, he's even adjusted and adapted his weight for this fight individually. I mean, he put on how much weight and slowed his actual feet down because Daniel Dubois' feet were slow.
Frank Warren's words highlight the invisible machinery of heavyweight boxing that the public rarely sees. Negotiations, timing, strategy, and positioning all matter just as much as what happens inside the ring. The fact that Fabio Wardley is being mentioned in these behind-the-scenes discussions shows he is no longer a prospect to be tested lightly. He is now a serious contender, someone whose name carries weight and whose presence forces people to pay attention. This is not about hype or bravado. It is about measured respect earned through hard work and decisive wins. Tyson Fury will be facing someone who has already proven he can handle pressure, adapt, and impose his will. When the promoters, managers, and insiders treat a fight with such care, it is a strong signal that this is shaping up to be a defining moment in both fighters' careers. Wardley's belief and focus now align with opportunity.
Well, I mean, I can't speak on their behalf. All I know is that, they were obviously, it seems there's been a lot of...
Gareth A. Davis is describing the core of what makes Fabio Wardley such a dangerous heavyweight. Resilience and self-belief are not just buzzwords in this context. They are the traits that turn promising fighters into elite ones. Wardley has demonstrated time and again that he does not falter under pressure, that he can absorb punishment, think, adjust, and return with more force. Against a fighter like Tyson Fury, who thrives on mental games and psychological pressure, these qualities become invaluable. Wardley's determination and dogged nature mean he will never back down or be intimidated by size, fame, or past accomplishments. He attacks with confidence, but defends with intelligence. Every round becomes a chess match where Wardley is not only surviving, but actively shaping the fight. The resilience he carries is paired with patience and timing, qualities that will make him a nightmare for any veteran who underestimates his capacity to endure and dominate when the moment arrives.
But there's something doughty and resilient and determined and dogged, and there's a resilience and self-belief about Fabio Wardley that brought it on.
Adeo Ladipo is painting the paradox that defines Tyson Fury's career. The man retires, fans barely react, yet he returns and instantly reshuffles the heavyweight landscape. His skill, experience, and mental toughness are undeniable, but what he represents to Fabio Wardley is a monumental challenge and an equally monumental opportunity. Wardley is active, hungry, and in his prime, while Fury is returning after a period of rest and reflection. That timing gives Wardley a rare advantage where momentum and confidence meet opportunity. Fury carries history, but Wardley carries belief, ambition, and the sharpness that comes from climbing steadily without taking shortcuts. This clash of readiness versus legacy, hunger versus experience, creates a narrative that goes beyond rankings. If Wardley capitalizes on his moment, he does not just survive the test, he announces himself as a new force in the division, proving that preparation, belief, and calculated aggression can match even the most legendary of champions.
Who will Tyson Fury fight in 2026? Yeah, Tyson Fury is now officially back, officially out of retirement again. I will never believe Tyson Fury when he says he's retired, like, just never. And that's a shame. Like, Tyson Fury might not care. Tyson Fury fans might not care. But I think it's a shame because when someone does retire, like, this is the toughest sport in the world. I want to give you your flowers. Like, when Loma retired last year, it was like, okay, and you saw the outpouring of love and emotion for Loma. When Crawford announced a few weeks ago that he's retired, you saw the outpouring of love for Crawford, right? Fury announced he's retired, when was it? About 8-9 months ago, a year ago, I can't even remember where it was or when it was. No outpouring of love or emotion. It was like, yeah, whatever, you'll be back. And he is back. But look, I'm happy he's back. I still think Fury has a lot to offer. I think the boxing world needs personalities like Tyson Fury. It does. And not just personalities. Tyson Fury is a very, very good boxer. Like, Tyson Fury being back immediately puts him at number 2 for me in the world. It does. He jumps above Wardley. I think so. I think he jumps above Wardley.
The stage is set for one of the most compelling heavyweight showdowns in recent memory, with Fabio Wardley facing Tyson Fury. Everything is on the line. Not just titles, but legacy, belief, and the chance to define a career in one night. If Wardley wins, it signals the rise of a new powerhouse in the division who refuses to be overlooked and proves that hunger and preparation can match experience and fame. If Tyson Fury shocks the world, it reinforces why he is one of the greatest of his generation, demonstrating skill, resilience, and mental fortitude that only a champion of his caliber possesses. Mentally, Wardley brings a fearless approach and unwavering self-belief, while Fury carries confidence forged from years at the top. This fight will test who wants it more, who adapts better under pressure, and who can impose their will when it matters most. Don't just watch this historic moment unfold. Join the debate in the comments and share your prediction on who will rise victorious.